Vehicle thefts in the Greater Toronto Area continues to be a problem. It's actually been a lot better. So in here you can see in 2023, over 580 vehicles, Lexus vehicles being stolen from January to August 31st. And when you look at it, over 520 something are RXs. But when you look at 2024, that has changed significantly. The numbers for 2024 has drastically changed. Same period, January to August, Lexus vehicles stolen 223. So definitely half of that is like a lot better. But then when you look at the RX, that's still 145 vehicles. You can see that other vehicles, the TX, NX is being stolen as well, but RX seems to be the one that people like in Africa, right? So in this video, we're going to examine an RX350h in the Greater Toronto Area being stolen and being recovered. I have some photos of the damage and we'll compare this with the NX that got stolen in late May, early June, and a little bit update on that as well. Let's get to it and see the stolen RX. Hey, it's LSFD here today, and today we're here to look at RX being stolen in the Greater Toronto Area. But before we go there, let's talk about the NX. So we had an NX that got stolen in about late May, early June timeframe, and it actually got recovered. And we talked about it in a previous video. If you're interested in that video, you can watch that video. And one thing that we've noticed is there was a broken passenger side window, and then the glove compartment was yanked out. A bunch of stuff has been done, and GPS was not working, and a lot of things. So the repair bill ended up about $13,000 Canadian, and it took about 2 months to get it fixed and gone back to the owner. Hopefully the owner is now able to drive it with no issues, and hopefully he does not encounter this problem again. So the next thing is now going back to the RX. So I was actually informed by one of my viewers. He had a red RX350h, and this is the newest generation, which actually does not impact the CAN bus attack, so they can't just pull the bumper out and start the car from there. So what do they do? Let's examine the photos. So you can first thing see is it's a red RX, and it's not like the standard white, black, and gray. Red, if you're stealing a red vehicle, like it's on the street, you probably can see it more easily, but that doesn't matter to them. They still go and steal them. So this vehicle was parked in the subscriber's driveway, and overnight it got stolen. So you may ask, okay, if he parked it outside in the driveway, why didn't he park it in the garage? Well, again, some people cannot do that. They may not even have a garage. But then what they actually had some air tags in the car, and unfortunately they actually found the air tags, threw them out of the car, and was not able to track it after that. And you know that the RX also has GPS, but I think that was pulled as well. He does not have an IGLA system, he does not have an OBD port protector, but then he also did get an engine immobilizer installed. And the engine immobilizer, I won't say what brand it is, but they actually found it and stole it as well. So you can see that these thieves are doing all they can to really go and steal the car and ensure that you cannot track it afterwards. So from this photo, you would notice that, yes, it's also the passenger side window got smashed. So that's how they entered the vehicle. And unfortunately, I don't think that we have any sensors in the car that will sound an alarm or lock down the car when a window is smashed. So unfortunately, that's how they got in. This is exactly the same on what happened to the NX as well. So when we look behind the glove compartment, this one does not look as damaged as the NX. This one you can see that they pulled out a piece and everything still seems to be intact. So they were able to take out the glove compartment and they were breaking out that piece of plastic. What's behind it? Really don't know. My guess is the Denso key fob ECUs behind there, but again, there's no information from Lexus, and it's to their right to not tell us because they don't want people to know what's in there. But unfortunately, these cars, if one gets damaged or one gets crashed, they can go to the junkyard and pull it apart and find these pieces. There's really no way you can protect that unless this now becomes a metal piece, and then they cannot take the screws off and it's well protected. But unfortunately, it's all plastic. All right, so in this photo, this is a close-up, and you can see that the owner actually pulled out that plastic to let you see that they actually unplugged one of this component here. Don't know what that component is, but that's my guess is where they were able to take that and start the vehicle or reprogram keys so that they can actually get into the car and start the car with a brand new key fob. So on the top left corner, this is the telematics, let's say module, and you can see that the plugs don't match this one. So definitely this is not the telematics module. So definitely this is not where they pulled out the GPS. Looking at this one, this is the smart key module. So you can see it's a Denso smart key, and this one is particular for the RX. Looking at it, it may look like this because the problem is these are in used car parts, and because parts at Lexus.com don't show images of these parts. But this is a used part, so meaning an RX that probably was in a collision. They pulled these parts, they could use them. And when you look at them, it might look like this one. I just don't know. I can't guarantee that this is that module, but from the looks of it, the plugs look similar and it does look like this could be the piece. And I recall previous Lexus vehicles, they don't have that much things covering behind the glove compartment. It's this generation that I've noticed that this has been done a lot more. If not, they typically you'll see some wires, you'll see some components, and now they've purposely covered it, but people still go and yank it and try to break it in. They exactly know that the component is there, and unfortunately, we can't move it out. Lexus probably needs to look at this and redesign it, move it somewhere else. But again, once they move it to a place that is not accessible, it becomes hard to repair as well. So they have to find the right balance, or they have to find better material that they cannot yank off as easy. But again, for them, probably if you're using metal components, there's more weight, but it's harder to pull out. But they may find other ways just to cut it out. Not much you can do. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. The owner also showed that on the passenger side, some of the parts were also loose and could be pulled out. So meaning they've actually pulled it out to access some stuff in the center area, but everything else seemed to be intact. When looking at the interior, it doesn't look like the center console was ripped as badly as the NX. It seems like they probably know where the things are and they aren't randomly pulling things out. So one thing they did was they actually pulled his dash cam out. So I believe what happened is they worried that they got recorded and then they just yanked it out from the car. And probably they should have just took the SD card out. But I don't know why they yanked the whole dash cam out. Maybe there's another reason for it. Who knows? Looking at the driver's side, you would notice that it's missing a screw or a clip on right above the accelerator, and behind that it seems like they've done something to the vehicle. They probably pulled some of the protection, and some of the plastic is actually broken as well. So they've gone in there to probably pull out the immobilizer or something. So looking at this side, you can see from the passenger side to the driver's side, like the center console still does look okay. It does look like whatever they're doing it behind the glove compartment and anything right under the driver's side. Unfortunately, that's once they had gained access to your vehicle, it seems like they can get access to it, create new key fobs, and drive away. So just to look at this, if we look at this and compare this to the NX that was stolen like a few months ago, the things that they do are exactly the same. They smash the rear window because smashing the front window will be a lot harder because of a dual pane window. And then somehow they get access to the front. And then they jump into the front, they pull out the glove compartment, and then they try to get access to whatever that ECU is. I believe they will reprogram the key fob, and then after that, they can actually now unarm the car with the new key fob, and then now they can drive it away. At that time, the car is on its way to the Port of Montreal to be taken away. But the good thing is, well, in some ways it's good, both cars were recovered. And I can tell you recently, one of the owners of a Grand Highlander on my street recently got his car stolen. He came over asking me for any footage from my security cameras, and what happened was, again, late night, the car got stolen. So again, reminder to folks, if you can park your car in the garage, empty your garage and park it inside. It doesn't matter if it's a Lexus or it's a different brand. If they really need this car, if it's on the list, they will actually go and start finding these cars and try to steal them. And if you really need to park your car outside, a few things to do is really consider an IGLA system so that even if they smash your window, they can't drive it away. But you will still have to repair that rear passenger window. Unfortunately, they don't know if your car is with it or not. You can probably go and try and purchase a sticker and stick that you have an IGLA system and you don't have one. They really won't know. But I think we need to find our ways to protect our own assets and our own property. I really hope that I don't need to do another one of these videos, but I really wanted to inform everybody that this is a method that we're seeing happening consistently. So this is not the first time that this method has been done. And because Toyota and Lexus has been upping their game in protecting the CAN bus, now they found another way to do it, but this way seems to be more expensive compared to just fixing a bumper clip. And I've asked the owner, are you going to buy another Lexus because of this incident? And he right now is telling me that he's driving a BMW, probably a rental from insurance, until this Lexus is repaired. And he said that the Lexus is different. It does give him better mileage and comfort compared to the BMW. So he said that when he's going to get his car back, he'll be driving the Lexus for at least 5 more years. And I think at that point, we'll figure out what's next. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.